Alright, this is going to be a video of the ceiling fans and fluorescent lighting in my house. So we're starting here in my bedroom. This is a 1980 Hunter Robinson Myers 36-inch original 2-speed non-reversible. The pull chain is not the original one. It's a 3-speed one that's wired high, low, low. So we're going to fire this up. This light kit is a single light model, but I have an old Benjamin 3-light socket adapter in it. I really need to get a proper 3-bulb light kit, but this will do for now. Let's start with low. This light kit likes to buzz sometimes. The fan vibrates a lot. It's really bad now. Usually I can get it to be quiet if I mess with it a little. That's better. There's low. Here's high. Moves a pretty good bit of air, actually. Okay, enough of that. Those are remote-controlled LED bulbs, by the way. I have another one over here, which brings us to our next item. The manual preheat Luxo desk lamp. Let's turn it on. That's a daylight circ line in there. It's in ACO, as you can see. And let's turn on the LED bulb. Very nice. Next, let's go over to my desk. Let me try to get under here. Here's a preheat under cabinet light under here that takes 2 F8T5s. There's a warm white on the left and a cool white on the right. Enough of that. Let's take a look at my homemade F14 preheater. It uses an incandescent ballast. Let's flip on the main power, preheat, and light up. This is actually a prototype for a light fixture I'm going to build. As you can see, the top bulb is a cool white. The bottom one is a kitchen and bath, or SP30. Okay. Let's take a look in the closet. This is going to be a little hard to see, but there's a 2-foot preheat strip in here with a Toshiba F18T8 made in Japan. Let's turn that off. We're going to go in my brother's room. He's not home. This is a Harbor Breeze Builder's Best. Let's start with low. By the way, I'm not going to take the time to do forward and reverse on all the fans, just for time's sake. This fan was in the house when we got it, and the blades are not in good shape. There's low. Medium. and high. That's enough of that. Now let's take a look at the Smith Craft preheat lights in the hallway. Two F20 T12 cool lights in each one. Master bedroom, Hunter Infinity. I think this is on low, or maybe medium. Probably medium. And it is on reverse. Yeah, this is definitely medium. Let's go to low. Now let's go to high. And back to medium. If we take a look in this room, we have another preheat strip light in the closet. Sylvania Warm White in this one, T12, 20 watts. And in the table lamp, a Lights of America preheat circline adapter with neon starter. Pretty blinky too. Let's go down the stairs. Here's the office. This is a Casablanca Panama IntelliTouch. Yes, I do have a CFL in one of the things, but we never used the dimmer on this, so it's okay. Turn on the light. And let's start with low on the fan. This one's also on reverse. There's the aesthetic low. We'll just go through all 6 speeds. There's the second speed. Let's go to 3. Four. 5. And 6. Moves a lot of air. Okay, let's turn that off. While we're in here, let's turn on the switch and look at the GE electronic F13T5 fixtures above the desk here. They have warm white lamps. Okay, let's go somewhere else. Here in the living room, no fluorescent lights. Actually, we do have that table lamp. I'll show you that in a second. But let's turn the Emerson Designer on. This is medium, I believe. Let's go to low. And high. This one moves pretty good air too. Alright, let's put it back on medium. Now let's take a look at the table lamp. This is an electronic 30-watt Lights of America adapter. Very bright. Nice color quality too. For an old, basically really ancient CFL. Alright, let's go out on the porch. This is a Harbor Breeze Tebron garden. It came with the house. Lights. And the fan. This is probably on high, but I'm not really sure. This is definitely on high. That's the light. Let's put it on medium. Sorry, that's the AC kicking on. And low. Alright, let's go back inside. Here's a real treat for you guys in the kitchen. Hunter Hotel Original. Lights. Sorry, wrong one. And the fan. This is on low. And as you can see, the adapter is turned to the updraft mode. And there's some cobwebs on here that we need to clean off. There's low. Medium. And high. We pretty much only ever run this on low reverse, just to stir the air around a little. We'll leave it on low, just let it run. Here in the laundry room, rapid start surface mount troffer thing with Sylvania Cool White Deluxe lamps, 40 watt. If we look in the garage, there's a little night light. That's a GE biax adapter with a 5 watt preheat lamp. Here we have some 4 lamp T12 rapid start wraparounds. Let's start them up. And let's go over the workbench. Turn on the high output industrial. Has a Philips daylight and a Sylvania Cool White. Very nice fixture. Let's head down to the basement. That's incandescent. That's boring. Also boring. F32 T8 instant start troughers. And more of the same. But here's something cool. That's right. Preheat troughers. Let's turn them on. Very nice. There's some lifelines in there and old Philips cool white and a GE residential light. That's probably getting close to end of life. Let's turn those off. We'll turn on the rapid start strips. And for you fan people, Hunter Originals. I didn't turn them on. This one's going to come on high. We'll let it do its thing. Let's put this one on low. Aesthetic low. Here's medium. And high, which is where I usually leave these things. All the bags are blowing everywhere. This one's on high too. Let's take it down to medium. And low. This one has an aesthetic low also. This one's from 1986. And I believe that one's a 91, but it might be a 93. There's the aesthetic low. Let's put it back on high where it was. I have a low bay here and an old yard blaster there. But we're not going to turn those on because they take too long to run up. Here's my weird preheat fluorescent thing. It's not plugged in, so I'm not going to turn that on, but I have that in another video. There's another room in there that we won't go into. Some crap in there. Just boring stuff. This is a another preheat trougher that I have taken down. It's going to go to Diesel Nut, who also has a channel here on YouTube. Yeah, I think that's about it. I need to walk back over here and turn the fans off. Alright, that concludes this video. Thank you for watching.